Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Board YouTube channel for your Friday pick and roll for November 15th. We have a loaded slate of NBA games to go through. Today, we're going to be going through all of those games. We'll be dishing out free picks from Pips, my co-host here, along the way. Then we'll turn over to you guys in the chat for a Q&A. We'll get your questions. We'll get your comments. We'll get the bets that you have, maybe some leans you have you want a second opinion on. So it's going to be a fantastic show loaded with information and free picks. So make sure you smash that like button early on. Let's try to get to 50 likes while we're live today. Just a little goal to hit to support the show to end off the week. And if you're new to the Board YouTube channel, make sure you are subscribed as well. This season, the Board YouTube channel content is sponsored by FanDuel. We'll give a quick word to our sponsor, FanDuel, here because, guys, if you have not taken advantage of this amazing offer as of yet, you are missing out. With FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, you can catch all of the action this season because right now, FanDuel is giving everyone 3 months of NBA League Pass. All you have to do to catch all of the action in that time is place any $5 bet on the NBA. It's that simple, and over the course of the shows, we're giving out great angles available to you at FanDuel to take advantage of as well. On top of this, for a limited time, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. So next time you have a bet you want to play, next time you're tailing a pick on the show, bet it on FanDuel and watch your picks come to life live with League Pass. You visit FanDuel.com/board to get 3 months of NBA League Pass, courtesy of FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the NBA. You must be 21 plus and present in select states for Kansas and affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in DC. First online real money wager, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. After 3 months free trial, the full price of League Pass will be automatically charged monthly. Cancel anytime. No refunds, terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Then 1 pass per customer. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelpline.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York. Let's jump into the action for today with so many games to go through here. Well, actually, we should start with a recap, as we normally do, of yesterday's bets. We had one bet. It was a one-game slate. There was one bet. It was on Derek Lively over 8.5 points. Closed at 10.5 points, but early struggles for Lively plus foul trouble killed this bet, and he finishes with 5. I'm sure it was one game. I'm sure you caught this one, Pips. Yeah, what was it here that went wrong for Lively?
5 fouls in 9 minutes. That's about it.
And no points
he played
in those.
9 minutes. He played 9 minutes in the first 3 quarters, then played 8 minutes in the fourth quarter. Scored 5 points.
Yeah.
Paid. I mean, also I got it right. He started against Collins, but the thing I didn't expect is Utah Jazz played probably the tallest front court that won the game in the last couple of years. Lowry, Markkanen, Filipowski, and Collins all together as 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous size. So Lively wasn't like in that great of a spot like he will be if it's Collins at 5 and Markkanen at 4. Didn't expect that size, which is of course bothered him. But in normal minutes, I think he still covers. Didn't expect Filipowski to start. That's huge lineup. Like 6'11", 6'10", 6'11", I think.
Even still, I mean, I think all you can really do as a handicapper is, make the play based on your assessment of how this player is going to match up. I think you assessed it correctly. Sometimes there's injuries, sometimes there's foul troubles, and there's not much you can really do about it. So hopefully with the big slate of games today, we can definitely bounce back and finish off and have a good day today. It's been a pretty good week. So let's jump into things here. Part of the early window of games, we'll actually open up with this one here. It's not on the top of the board. We'll open up with this one because it's the same time as the top of the board here. We and Pips discussed it briefly before the show started, but it was the Detroit Pistons away at the Toronto Raptors. The Pistons are enjoying a pretty solid start to the season, all things considered, for this team. They've had they had a pretty rough loss to the Bucks based on some officiating, losing in overtime there and a big comeback. But the Pistons are 5-8 on the season. Not that bad. The Raptors are 2-10, and injuries piling up. No Scotty Barnes, no Emmanuel Quickley, among others. This is a weird spread, Pips. The Pistons have looked pretty good, and they're only favored by 1.5 here.
Yeah, that's super weird. I expected them to be bigger favorites, like 4.5. Yeah, but I'll do the big 7-game parlay out of this.
Okay.
Because when you look at the total, 224, so the Raptors are projected to score 111. They are not scoring 111 points if AJ Barrett and Grady Dick are scoring less than 40. No fucking chance. So let's do AJ Barrett plus 20.
Okay, RJ Barrett 20 plus.
Grady Dick 15 plus.
Grady Dick 15.
But Pistons to win.
And the Pistons to win. All right.
A little bit negative correlation. So people can understand negative correlation. Look, minus 130 gets this up to 281. Try plus 110 on the Raptors, just so our people can see.
241.
So, yeah, it's plus odds, and its total is much lower than if it took Pistons, because it's a negative correlation.
Negative correlation, yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we are. This is our first official bet of the show. Pistons to win and Grady Dick, and because I don't see anyone like. If we get this right, like let's say Barrett scores 25, Grady Dick scores 20, that's 45 points. Let's say Jacob scores 50, that's 60 points. There are still 50 points that needs to be scored. It's Agbaji, Davion Mitchell, Chris Boucher, Mogul. They are not scoring 55. They are not scoring 50 points. I don't see it. Like no chance. So I do think like this is heavy usage for Barrett and Grady Dick against not so great defense, and I see them falling short. If you take a look, like like Grady Dick and Barrett and Jacob being on one side and bunch of role players, and then on the other side we have Kate Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Jalen Duran, Tobias Harris, Malik Beasley. I don't know. Isaiah Stewart. I mean, they are far better on like wherever we look. Like every position, if you match up, you get Pistons have a better player at number 1, at number 2, at number 3, at number 4. Like they are much better teams. So yeah, I think this is a good move to make.
Yeah, RJ Barrett struggled in the last few games here, but he's still getting his shots up. He took 15 against the Clippers, 15 against the Lakers, 14 against the Bucks. Wasn't making much. Only had 7 points against the Bucks, but largely down to the game plan, I'd say, in those two. He has been shooting the ball well this season, and the Raptors have had a couple of days off now. So back from the road trip, it's never easy to play 5 road games in a row, 4 of which on the West Coast. Coming back home, 2 days off, NBA Cup game. So I think that this is a good spot as well. The spread was confusing to me. So, I'm happy that we have a play here that kind of fades the Raptors, but also kind of goes to Grady Dick. He's been so good this season at just getting his. Whether he's shooting the ball well or not, he's going to get his points, it seems, this season. And one of his more impressive games last time against the Bucks. The Raptors were getting nothing on offense, but I think he had 14 free throws in the end. So the fact he was drawing 16. That many free throws was incredible.
14 out of 16 from the free throws line.
Yeah. So the fact that he was able to get that many shots at the line showcases that he's not just a shooter here. He's a guy who can create and get his own points. So I like to play here. That's the first official play of the day. And a lot of games to go here, so let's keep it rolling here. Drop a like if you're tailing that play, starting off here with a big SGP. I just tossed it in the chat as well. Let's go to the second game, or back to the top of the board, rather. We've got the Philadelphia 76ers and Orlando Magic here. The Magic favored by 2. Sixers definitely dealing with the injury bug, but 2-point underdogs on the road. How do you like this one here?
what? 76ers are dogs
Yeah.
with Embiid and Paul George.
It looks like it.
Yeah, I'm struggling with this one also.
Let me
Like,
see. Let me see the official injury report here. Yeah,
yeah, they're
Embiid
playing.
and Maxey are not even listed here. Or sorry, Embiid and Paul George. Maxey's obviously listed, but no, Embiid and Paul George are not on the injury report.
So you have Paul George, Embiid, Kelly Martin, Kelly Oubre, Kyle Lowry. I mean, supporting cast is a bit rough. McCain, probably their like third best player, which
He's playing
is
well. He's playing well lately.
yeah, he's playing well, real well. Kelly Martin, Kelly Oubre, Kyle Lowry, Yabusele, Drummond as a backup, but Orlando Magic are without they're without
Still no
Banchero
Banchero
and
and
Wendell Carter.
no Wendell
They are
Carter.
really thin at the five. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think this is weird.
Well,
I think
I
this
guess
is
part of what's priced in here is and
minute
this is
minute
by the way.
restriction.
Sorry, go ahead.
Is this minute? You think minute restriction on Embiid? Like I think he's playing 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think 30 minutes on the cards today. I was gonna say what is interesting. This opened at basically a pick'em. I'm gonna go through the line history here, but this opened. I remember last night this was a pick'em. If I'm remembering correctly, I'm trying to find it here. But yeah,
But
Embiid minutes I imagine will rise. He did play, granted, very poorly in his first game back, so maybe that's factoring in. But maybe it's a little light still.
yeah, I don't like.
Sorry. Yeah. So Philly actually opened as slight favorites. They opened, or at least they were last night. It was basically a pick 'em. It was fluctuating back
Yeah,
and forth.
I mean the Embiid probably won't play terrible. Like he was 2 from 11
Well,
from the field.
who's his matchup? Is it Goga Bitadze?
Goga Bitadze and Moritz Wagner.
Mo Wagner?
Yeah, he should. I mean, Goga is a bit underrated defensive player. I would say he's above average, but Wagner is more is awful on defense. So
Yeah.
it's I don't know. Like when you look at the teams, I don't see it. Like it sucks. Bitadze, Wagner, KCP, Mo Wagner, and bunch of Tristan da Silva, Anthony Black, that Jet Howard. These are not great, good players for NBA. Like it sucks. And Wagner, KCP. That's I think 76ers are the better team. Is there any plus 2.5 in the market for the 76ers?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
what's the best deal? Is there any 3? Probably not, but 2.5
No.
should be.
Plus 2.5 minus 107 exists. One of the sharp books out there has minus 2.5 minus 107. Or sorry, plus 2.5 minus 107.
Just a second, let's check something.
I'll take.
Yeah,
I
mean they are almost like back against the wall for the 76ers. They need to win this. Like they need to win.
They're 2-9. They're worse than the Wizards right now. They could use a win.
Yeah.
Losing is contagious. I'll say the losing can be a little contagious. You lose a bunch of games, it's hard to dig yourself out of that. But it's still it's tough to fade Embiid and PG in this.
Let's do this. I'll make this official bet. Let's bet on 76ers money line Embiid to score 20 plus points. Because if Embiid has a good game, this is a win for them. That's how I see it.
Okay. So you want to play Sixers money line paired with Joel Embiid 20 plus?
Yep.
Top process being Sixers can't really win without Embiid playing well.
Yeah, no chance.
Okay, there's your second official bet of the day. Joel Embiid, 20 plus points. Philadelphia 76ers. We're off to a hot start here. Two official bets already. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
I just don't see like how like Paul George and Embiid are the best players on the court. Like I don't know,
Okay.
like they should have a huge edge. I mean, Embiid should. He's played 27 minutes in first game, struggled. It's tough to get back in the first game, but second game it's different. He should play 30 minutes, and he should play better. Last season against the if he so last season he scored 36 in 31 minutes and 32 in 32 minutes against the Orlando Magic. And now if he playing 30 minutes, I mean, if Paul George and McCain and Oubre, Kelly Martin, Lowry are out there, like they can shoot. They can that use like easy. If they double and beat, that's opening up a lot of good shots for the. Yeah, I think this is a good bet. I love this spot.
Okay, so 2 games in, 2 official picks. That's pretty good start to the show here. We got plenty more games to go through as well. As a reminder, you're tailing either of these picks, hit that like button. Let's keep things rolling. Miami away at the Pacers. Spread here is 4, over under of 228.5. Two teams still trying to figure themselves out in a way. The Pacers are 5-6, but at this point are tied for a home playoff seed the way the East is looking. Uh, 5-6, and they're in fourth. And they're tied for fourth. The Heat are 4-6 here. Do you have a good read on this one? Any matchups you're looking at?
Butler is out. The thing is, Mathurin, Halliburton are in tough matchups here.
And
They
Matthew's
are
been
good.
really playing well since he became
Yeah.
a starter.
So they are in tough matchups. I think Siakam isn't tough. Like everyone is in a tough matchup on the Indiana Pacers. That's why I don't like them here. But Miami, it's on the other side, god awful offense.
Yeah.
So it's a matchup of great offense and terrible offense. So I don't know, rough one. I'm staying away from this one. No predictions here. Miami's been all over the place this season.
All right. Fair enough. Let's go to the next game then. Lots of games to go through, so no need to.
Can we go to the last game? I have a bet there.
Yes,
It's Memphis and Golden State Warriors.
of course. Spread
I don't
here,
think it.
7.5 for the
I,
Warriors.
I I waited to see if this will have. I waited to see if FanDuel is opening it, but it's not open on FanDuel.
Okay.
But it's widely, I think, not widely available, but available at some places. It's let's go to the props madness. I'll show you what I'm betting here. So last game, Gary Payton played 7 minutes, and game before that he played 12. Game before that 10 minutes. So 10, 12, and 7 minutes. Golden State is running like 11, 12 deep rotation, and Gary Payton is playing like his minutes are correlated with opponent guards. So against Thunder, he played to guard Shea. Against Wizards, he played more minutes to guard Jordan Poole. Against Boston Celtics, they needed his defense because Melton and Podziemski were both out. Now Podziemski is back, so his minutes should cut down.
And Melton's done.
Yeah, but Podziemski is back. So Moody is there, Podziemski, Hield, Steph is back. So I think his minutes should be like 10 minutes. Last game he played 7. The game before that he played 12 against the OKC, which they needed him to guard Shea. Against Cleveland Cavaliers, he played 10 minutes, even though they had Mitchell and Garland. So yeah, I see him playing 10 minutes. Last game he played 7. I think he could play 10 tonight. But what's interesting when he's playing 7 to 13 minutes, I expect him to play 10. He could play 7. He could play 13. He is under this line. He's 6 out of the 7, average 6.9, 6.1 points, rebounds, and assists. If you take a look at the last season when he played same 7 to 13 minutes, he was under this line in 11 out of the 12 with 5.4 points, rebounds, and assists. So Golden State Warriors, I'll say like on guards, position guards to the 1 to 3. He's probably playing like those positions. They are a bit, they are deep there. Like you have, as I said, you have Steph Curry, which is obvious, like 35 minutes for him. Then you have Buddy Hield, Andrew Wiggins, Brandon Pojemski, Moses Moody, and Kyle Anderson will play at the 4, but they are so deep. They had some minutes for Lindy Waters. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like they are real deep, playing real deep. So I don't see the minutes for Gary Payton, especially against the Memphis. There is no one to guard for him. Like they have only one offensive threat, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. Guards are like Gary Payton and Marcus Smart, and like there are no threats for him. That his defense is not needed here. So
Yeah.
I like his under 9.5 points, rebounds, and assists, which is there are minus 125 and minus 30 out there. I will bet it to minus 135. Like that's the lowest I will go, but they are available at minus 125, minus 130.
Okay, so we've got. You said sorry. What was the worst price you'd take on that? Lowest
minus 135. I will say
minus
there are
135.
minus 125, but
Yeah,
play up to minus 135 because I
let's get
see
a.
like if he's playing 10 minutes, like his averages per 10 minutes are like 6 points, rebounds, and assists. So yeah.
Yeah, just verifying here. We do have. Yeah, there's minus 125 out there. So we'll play this for minus 125 because this is definitely widely available for the but not wide but a book that is widely available to the masses. So we'll play this at minus 125. Gary Payton under 9.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I'll put this in the chat as well since we don't have any on screen stuff to show for this, but pretty much just a minutes play. We've been talking about teams dealing with injuries this season, and God, nobody is facing it as bad as the Pelicans are, but definitely, the Memphis Grizzlies are being hit by it once again. So I like this. This is a really good. This is a really good handicap to piece together why or why not would Gary Payton II be getting minutes, and this is a prime example of a game where there's just no need for him out there based on the Memphis injury report. So we'll play it at minus 125. Shop around as well, see what's available in your region, see if you can find something better. I did laugh at this. H Train posted Gary Payton still in the league. He's as old as Mike Tyson. Well, maybe the father is. You know what? Gary Payton may not be as old as Mike Tyson. Gary Payton, the father. Let's see.
I think he is.
He's 56.
Yeah.
So Gary Payton, whose son is in the league, is still younger than Mike Tyson, who's boxing tonight.
I think it's
crazy.
Yeah, it's like 2 years difference, I think.
Yeah, it's 2 years. But hey, what I'm saying is I did bet Jake Paul to win this fight because I think you said you liked Mike Tyson in the end. Yes, on yesterday's show.
Yeah, I would say I would like Mike Tyson on this price if I was sure that it's not like
right.
They didn't make a deal.
There wasn't a chance for it to be some behind-the-scenes handshakes.
But I did hella enjoyed Mike Tyson slapping the shit out of Jake Paul on the press conference. I don't know if you saw it, but
I did.
And it was not fake. He smacked the shit out of him.
He rocked him.
It was like red on the face. He got his shit.
It'll be fun. It should be fun. I bet completely square bet, no sharp handicap, just Jake Paul. I don't know. Everyone's gonna have their own opinion, but
Twitter is full of people advocating for both sides, which is probably the best thing for books out there.
Yeah. On last year, we had Kirk Evans on one of the shows on this channel. He basically thinks that Jake Paul at minus 200 is like not necessarily free money, but he can't believe how low the price that is. Dave Portnoy from Barstool has said, like, what is, like, give me one reason not to put my complete net worth on Jake Paul at minus 200. And then there's other people that were like Joey Knish thinking that Mike Tyson is a really good play at the number he's at. I don't know.
It's polarizing. It's polarizing out there. Like, there are arguments for both sides.
Yeah, I played Jake Paul money line, and I also played a bit on a draw because I found a really good price there to try and cover my bases if the fight is a complete sham. But
Yeah.
we'll
I think like over 4.5 rounds. I think that was out there. Or maybe how many rounds are they playing? Like, is it 8 rounds, 9 rounds, 8 or 10 rounds match? I didn't check the rules.
I'm not actually 100% sure.
But if it's a like 10 rounds match, I doubt it. But over 5.5 rounds sounds.
I
I don't
agree. I
see
also
like maybe Jake Paul wins. I don't think him knocking out 50 years old Mike Tyson would be a good look for him.
I mean,
If you
you
understand.
knock out Mike Tyson, you got that on your resume for the rest of your life. That's pretty cool to
Yeah, but
have.
you endangered life for a 50 years old guy.
So
That's not great.
8 rounds, 2 minutes each round.
Yeah, that's probably an over on 5.5. Like that's probably like my.
Yeah, I would also say fight to go the distance is a decent look. I can't handicap this sharply. I'm honestly just for a square bet, just to have some action on this. I think Jake Paul's price, if you can get him minus 200, is good. I
Okay.
think
Yep.
in the end that's what I got him at. Yeah, again, not sharp. I'm sure we'll talk. I'm sure we can talk about this.
I mean,
Uh,
we need to both like agree
Monday.
that both of them suck. Like
Yes,
Mike is 58 and he's not good anymore, but Jake Paul isn't good as well. Like that's the thing. He's just younger, so like he's
yeah.
not good. Like,
I agree. I mean,
yeah,
Tyson was struggling at the end of his actual boxing career when he was
yeah,
still a pro boxer. So and we're well past that time. So
yeah.
is
I
what's
think
great.
I think
Everyone
Jake
has their
Paul.
opinion on it. Everyone's got different opinions on
Yeah,
it. It's great.
I'm like pretty confident that Jake Paul isn't winning against anyone ranked top 100. Like
Oh,
even the border of top 100 is like smacking them easily.
yeah, he fought one semi-serious boxer, and Tommy Fury beat him, bit
Yeah,
slightly,
he
but he
runs
beat him.
circles around him. Yeah, I'll say that he technical side he runs circles around him. So
Yeah, he beat him.
yeah,
We'll see. I'm excited for the fight, but we should move on here. Get back to the
yeah.
content on the NBA. We got the Wizards. I think somebody in chat said earlier, there's nobody worse than the Wizards. Record-wise, there is one team worse than the Wizards. I think you can figure out who that team is, but there is one team worse. But maybe on court, from a product perspective, the team that is worse than them has had a tough schedule. Maybe the Wizards are the worst team. They're +9 against the Atlanta Hawks, which says something. The Hawks aren't exactly the greatest team either, but they are 5-7. Any matchup you're looking for in this game?
I mean, yeah, I do like something, but I don't know. Like we have like 3 bets so far. Yeah, I need to do like
Nothing wrong with
one.
increasing the sample size.
Yeah, true. I do like this one. I don't know if we can build something. Let's try. Trae Young 10 plus assists and Jalen Johnson 15 plus points is minus 145. I don't want to bet minus 145. Let me just see.
All right, so we're starting with. That's not right. The 20 plus 15 plus points.
15 plus. Trae Young 10 plus assists.
Oh, okay, that's what I got
Yeah,
wrong.
he should
Okay.
smart this line. I'm afraid of blowouts, but so I'm going to conservative here. But so let's do this. Trae Young 10 plus points. Trae Young 10 plus assists.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson 15 plus points and Jalen Johnson 6 plus assists, 6 plus rebounds because I mean it's just adding to the Jalen Johnson side. Like if he gets minutes, if he's scoring 15 points, he got minutes, then he got the rebounds as well because he's a monster on rebounds. So it's minus 119. That's the official bet. I'll show you why I like this. So let's go to this game. Let me a second. I'll find it here. So I'll zoom in a bit. First off, Jalen Johnson, 2 games against the Wizards, 29 and 21 points, but importantly, 12 and 17 rebounds. In the second game, he had 29 rebounding chances for Jalen Johnson. Yeah, that's if you take a look at his this season, 6+ rebounds in all but one game, and that was against the Kings, who are a good rebounding team. So overall, he averaged 10 rebounds a game so far this season. If you make it a 30+ minutes, that's even higher, 10.3 rebounds. Insane rebounding for Jalen Johnson. And they want him to rebound so he can push transition. On the Trae Young line, when he played 30+ minutes, he got 10+ assists in all but one game, and that was the game against Thunder when they doubled him in his own half court. So he didn't have the ball in that game. 2 games against the Wizards, he had 13 and 15 assists. First with 13, it was a back-to-back game. He was a bit exhausted, I would say. But next game, he followed up with 15 assists and 26 potential assists. Yeah, both games they lost. So even though the spread is high, it seems like for whatever reason, Hawks are struggling against Wizards. Well, won't be the case tonight, but overall, even in losses, Trae Young got his assist. So overall, I know it's like 3 bets to get -119, but we are betting on 2 different players. So I think this is a good bet.
Just curious, somebody, D Dot in chat, asked about adding on a Dyson Daniels steal. If you're interested also in increasing the price.
My first bet of the day, privately, was Dyson Daniels over 2.5 steals in blocks. When he got 30+ minutes, I think I've mentioned it on the last show we had about Dyson Daniels.
Yeah, leading steals.
Yeah, he has 4, 7, 6, 6 in the last 4 games.
That's pretty good.
And also had 2 blocks this one and 1 block in this one. So yeah, this was, I got it at -105. It's -130, -140 now. Moved a lot for a reason. But when he got 30+ minutes, he averaged 5.3 steals and blocks this season. And Wizards should probably be the best possible matchup for him, with Poole and Kuzma being very in turnover prone. So I maybe try to go with 5 steals. I won't bet it, but just look the price for 5 steals. I think it's worth a shot for him.
So well, we got -119.
I won't adding this to the bet. We have official bet without Dyson Daniels, but just check what's the price for him to get 4 steals or 5 steals.
Let's see, 5 steals plus 700. Well, not it's parlay, but 4 steals. He's plus 360. 3 steals, plus 155.
I think 4 steals at plus 360 should be worth a shot. I think it's plus EV probably against the Wizards. If he's getting 6 and 6 and 7 over the last 3 games against the better teams who are more careful with the ball, I think he can get 4. There's probably more than 25% chance for him to get 4 tonight. So
okay,
that's an official bet. Just commenting on this stuff.
So the official pick is Jalen Johnson, 15+ points, 6+ rebounds. Trae Young, 10+ assists. That's -119 at FanDuel. You can add on Dyson Daniels 1 steal and get +107 if you don't feel
if
like
you are add 2+ steals, I will say. Can you check what's the price with 2+ steals?
2+ makes it +180.
Yeah, that's probably better. I think
better than just the 1.
Yeah, 2+. He had 2+ in all but one game with 30+ minutes. He had 3+ in all but one game, and that one game was Thunder, who are not giving turnovers. So yeah.
So official bets to -119. However, if you feel like adding on some Dyson Daniels, that is approved as well, but it will not go towards the official record on the show as that. Let's go to the next game here. We've got the Bulls and the Cavaliers. When will the Cleveland Cavaliers lose a game? It does not look like it will be tonight. -11 here. Pips, when is this team going to lose?
I don't think this should be -11, but I think they win tonight. I watched
They
Knicks
mess
are
around a
against
little bit.
Cleveland. I think Bulls healthy are actually decent so far. Like, I think they are overperforming like expectations. When Lavin plays Kobe White, Vucevic, Gide, and Patrick Williams, I think overall these six players are okay. Like, they are not terrible. They are okay. They can compete with anyone, especially how Vucevic and Lavin are playing. Like, both are like playing above their expectations. Lavin numbers are crazy. I didn't check after the last game, but looking at this, yeah, Lavin averaged 23, 5, and 4 with 52%, 54% from the field and 43% from three on big volume on threes. So yeah, if they have Lavin like that, if Vucevic is playing like he's playing right now, he's playing really good on offense. Patrick Williams a bit improved. Gide is trash still. Like, he changed the team, but he remained terrible. Like, I don't see. Yeah, I think
So
they will like lower his minutes as the season goes on because trash. Uh, you can like he's shooting like 45, 42% from three, which is crazy, not sustainable. But he's terrible on defense and not providing much on offense. But Kobe White also playing well. So you have Kobe White, Lavin, and Vucic playing well. You have Patrick Williams to defend someone. Lonzo Ball will be back during the season. Ayo Dosunmu is good player, good role player. So overall, Bulls are not terrible. They are like playing team, and so I think -11 is huge. But they played a couple of days ago, right? Like they played a few days ago. They played four
yes,
days ago.
6 point
It was
game.
6 point game, yeah.
Cavs are away for that game, but yes, they're at
Yeah,
home this time. So
and they have huge Mitchell game where he scored 36. Uh,
that's
I don't
right.
know. I think I honestly think they can compete. 11 seems too much for me. I'll put like 7.8.5 maybe. I think this is a bit rich with 11, but of course I'm not betting on the Bulls. That's nonsense. But they did look like last game they won against the Knicks. In a game where Towns scored how many points? 50 or something. Towns against the Bulls scored 46 points, and they still lost. Yeah, I'm not having any bets on this one, but I do think 11 is
It's a
a
lean,
reach. Yeah,
a strong lean from Pips
yeah.
here on this one. Um, I was gonna say because I like to trash Josh Giddey because we don't really like him. So we talked about last week, or maybe it was earlier this week. Karl Anthony Towns. I think when we brought it up, Towns was allowing 80% of the shots in the restricted area that he's defending to go in.
93.
It's up. Yeah,
93.
I was gonna say it's up past 90 now. It was 80. Now it's 90. The
Yeah.
second worst restricted area defender in the NBA is Josh Giddey,
Yeah.
allowing pretty close to those levels of Cat. Now, the difference is Cat's almost 7 feet tall and should be a lot better there. But Josh Giddey's defense, on top of being a super inefficient player in offense, he cannot play defense either, which leads to
I mean,
maybe
Josh
some
Giddey is
additional
not
problems.
like 6.8, which is not small for a
Yeah. Oh,
point
he's got
forward.
size. He's not Karl Anthony Towns
Yeah.
big, but he's a big guard for sure.
But I'll say like probably third next to them. I didn't check the numbers, but Vucevic is somewhere up there with rim defense. Like, he's allowing like say 75%, I think, so far. So yeah, it's rough. Gide and Vucevic on the same team, and Kobe White. Then you have like Lavine. Only positive one is Patrick Williams, who is not good on offense. So yeah, tough spot.
Let's go to the next game here. Lakers 3.5 point favorites against the Spurs. We're still in NBA Cup mode, so we're still. I don't know. LeBron put on his show for the first game of of NBA Cup festivities. We'll see if that kind of reigns true again here with the Lakers away from home. Any comment on this one? Any comment on the matchups for this game, Spurs-Lakers?
I think this one will be very, very interesting. Wemby against AD, the AD against Wemby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is an interesting one. Uh, I don't know who I have in this one. I think the spread is heavily on the Lakers because it's a cup game and it's LeBron. If it was a regular season game, I think that would be like pick'em. So yeah, I think Spurs are great. I think Spurs are really good this season, and all coming without Wemby putting good numbers. Expect last two games.
Right.
You can when you look at the Spurs, they are 10 best defense, and they're probably like top five with Wemby on the court, with being bottom of the league when Wemby sits. They don't allow assists. They don't allow free throws. They are great paint defense. I think Spurs are, and Vassell is back. We can expect more minutes for Devin Vassell tonight. Like Chris Paul is playing really good. I think Chris Paul assist could be the look in this one. He had when you look at the minutes when he played 25 plus minutes, he had 9 plus assists in 7 out of the last 8, with Anders coming from against the Rockets, which is difficult matchup for the assist. So yeah, I think maybe more minutes for Chris Paul as well because this is a game for for the cup.
Yep.
Interesting one. I think I do lean his over in assists. Looking at the numbers,
8.5 right now, -120 at FanDuel. I'll check in actually where the best price is available as well. See if that's the best in market. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about.
So Chris Paul, best price on his over assists, 8.5. There's -106, -110, but that's not widely available. The widely available options are -120.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I'll actually confirm because this can be a bit delayed here.
Yeah, I'm looking at Wemby's lines because I can maybe do 8 plus and 20 plus.
Yeah,
which should be good for Wemby against the Lakers, who are not great on defense. He scores most of his points in transition, pick and roll man, post ups. Don't like post ups against AD. Points in the paint, Lakers second most. Yeah, I'm looking at this one. Maybe I'm thinking 8.5 plus or 8 plus and Wemby. I think it's correlated. I think the most of assists for Chris Paul goes to the Wemby, and with their transition defense being poor, I think it's very well correlated. I'm just trying to see minutes for Wemby. 32 in the last game. It was a blowout win. 34 against the Kings, blowout win. 33 against the Utah on back-to-back. So he's playing like 34, 35 minutes. That should be enough to cover 20 plus points against the, yeah.
So with
Jaren Jackson scored 29 against the Lakers. Yeah, I think we need to bet 20 plus and Chris Paul 8 plus assists.
So for Chris Paul 8 plus, we get -113. For Chris Paul over 8.5, we get +126.
Yeah, we'll go 8 plus for assists.
Okay.
And -113. That's the official bet.
A fifth official bet in on this one. Victor Wembanyama, 20 plus points. And Chris Paul, 8 plus assists. We got that -113 currently at FanDuel. What is it? Yeah, what is it about the Wemby matchup you're a fan of today?
Uh, he is scoring. Last season against the AD, he had 30. He averaged 23 points. Had 27, 30, and 13. Uh, I don't like matchup wise. It's transition stuff. He scores most of his points in transition. The Lakers are terrible in transition. Chris Paul probably gets most assists in the transition. The overall Lakers poor defense. That's it. We had, I think, Memphis without Smart, Payne, Ja Morant scored 123 points against the Lakers with zero offense on the team. I mean, only like Jaren Jackson Jr. He scored 29. Similar player to like Wemby. I think Wemby maybe even better on like uh, he has better creators next to him. He's a better shooter, and he's like better target for alley oops or transition. So I do expect Wemby to be to score in this night. Cup
Wait.
game against LeBron and AD. That's a spot where Wemby should be like, I'm taking over this one. And Chris Paul is the one that's creating for him. So yeah, I think this is a good one. And also Chris
And
Paul, if you take a look, Chris Paul assists, as I said, this season, when you take a look at games where he played 25 plus minutes, he had 8 plus 69 out of the 11. And game where he stayed under is Houston, 3 assists on 13 potential, but Houston is the worst matchup for assists. So I will ignore that. Lakers are third best. They are allowing third most assists, sixth worst defensive rating, third most points in the paint, second worst transition defense. Like Lakers are terrible on defense, so I like this one.
Victor Wembany's last game, he had 50, which is pretty good. So hopefully along the same lines there. So 5 official picks so far. Absolutely loaded with content. Now is a great time to remind you, if you're enjoying the show, hit that like button, support the channel, support the content, and make sure you're subscribed as well. If you're not, every time there's games on a weekday in the NBA, me and Pips are live here at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Do not miss out. If you're watching on Twitter right now, drop a like and share, but also click on the YouTube link, come over to the chat as well. Let's go to the next game. We've got the Brooklyn Nets against the Knicks. 9.5 spread in favor of the Knicks, who are at home. Starting to find their footing a little bit, but they're still only 5-6. The Nets have looked okay this season. They're 5-7. Does this spread seem
Yeah,
a little big to you?
yeah, it is too big. They did get blown out by Boston last game, but overall they stayed below this in 1, 2, 3. So they covered this in all but 3 games so far this season. And what I saw from the Knicks is not good.
Dude,
Knicks are actually,
Mikal Bridges looks cooked this season. It's
yeah,
astonishing how bad he looks
yeah.
on
And
defense.
the Knicks lost to the Bulls, lost to the Pacers, lost to the Hawks in Houston, won against the Bucks and 76ers. 76ers, that poor game by Embiid. They were close the entire game. Knicks ran away in like late in the fourth. Uh, Brunson struggles this season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just quickly checked numbers, but he averaged 24 points, which is huge down from the last season. Uh, Towns does look good on offense, but he's questionable for this game. He had some injury last game. Yeah, I don't think this should be 9.5.
Just looking at
Uh,
the injuries for the Nets, Claxton is questionable today. Finney Smith is probable. Those are only really 2 big ones. So you have to
yeah, I think
imagine.
I can see Claxton playing. I don't know why it should be
Agreed.
questionable.
9.5 is a bit far out, in my opinion.
Yeah, same. I agree.
Big lean on that one. Prop perspective, anything, or should we move on?
Moving on, I don't like this.
No worries. We've got
Also, just to mention, Jordi Fernandez will win the battle of threes of rim attempts, mid-range attempts. Like this is really tough matchup for the Knicks with tips, not enough volume from three. Yeah, math-wise, this is like Jordy will play hard on the mat in this one, so they should be able to cover. So we can move on.
Agreed. Next game is the Suns and the Thunder. Thunder favored by 7.5. Not sure where Pip's turning on his light because it's getting dark. We've run a while here. But the Suns, I said last stream, I think they're going to slow down a little bit, and the spread kind of reflects that. There's 7.5 dogs on the road to the Thunder. Any matchup you're looking at in this game?
I do think Booker. I mean, it was 29.5. It's 27.5, which is I don't like it at 27.5. I wanted to bet the under, but it moved even more, even further. I'm just checking some stuff in there. Maybe to bet like the big semi-game parlay on this one.
By the way, guys, there is for any of the bets today, there is at least over here a profit boost token for Friday. I'm not sure if that's available in everybody's region, but anytime you are making bets on FanDuel, especially big SGPs, look for those profit boost tokens. We had that one with the Hawks earlier, which if you add on some Daniel Steals, which we mentioned, you can maybe boost that and play a little bit extra on the side, or do whatever you like with it. It's just something that you should utilize. What are we looking for here?
I'm looking at the look. I wanted to bet Devin Booker under 28.5 plus 6 assists, Shea 30 plus and Thunder to win, but Booker moved 27.5. But this is what already like I loved it at 29.5. That will be official bet. At 28.5, I wanted to do with assist for same game parlay. Now that it's 27.5, I think that's a line that's not. That doesn't have any edge anymore.
Okay.
Because Beal is out and KD is out.
There's a question from Drosko who actually had similar thoughts earlier on the 28.5. So if you still have the 28.5, then look for that because Pips is interested in that angle on.
Yeah, great pass. 405 with 28.5. Yes, I do like this.
Let's go to the next game, a rematch. We've been getting a lot of rematches early on this season with a weird schedule, but the Clippers, 4.5 underdogs in Houston to the Rockets. What can the Rockets do today?
Win.
Easy.
Yeah.
You gonna cover the spread?
Yeah. That's my bias.
That's your lean? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not betting it, but yeah, I do think we win this.
Anything else from this game here?
Last game we kind of ran them over.
We had we had Jalen Green. Was it this game?
Yeah.
It's a direct rematch. Yeah, we had Jalen Green under.
Yeah.
Fateful Jalen Green under.
Yeah, I don't think I'll have any bet for this one. But I do think interesting.
It's dumb. Jalen Green's number went down despite going over last game.
I mean, I'll bet under on this because I knew I think it closed at 23.5, maybe 24.5.
Yeah.
But
it closed lower.
Because Fred VanVleet was questionable, and I knew he's playing.
Yes.
That when you follow the team, he against the Wizards, he got the game off to rest, and next game he's questionable automatically, and the line is 2 points higher on Jalen Green. That's like you get 2 points. Jalen Green did close 20.5 on points. So yeah, I bet it at 22.5 under. I think you said as well privately.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's like you get great additional 2 points for nothing. Like there is no like Fred VanVleet was playing 99.9% in that game. So I usually love these spots. I mean, I know the player is playing and he's questionable and it's affected in the line. But 20.5 is a bit rough. The one thing I do like, it's weird that I like this, but check I'll show you on Prep Madness, which is a bit weird spot. I don't think I'll make an official bet because we have so many. But this is a great look. And that's threes for Jalen Green. He covered this in 7 out of 12 games. In the last game against he shot 15. Just a second.
He made 5 last game.
He made 5 out of 14. So he took 14 threes in the last game.
But he started 4 of 6. He started 4 of 6 though. So he hit a bunch early and then just kept launching.
He missed, yeah, that's true. That's a good approach. But look at this. First of game of season 5 from 15, then 4 from 8, then 3 from 10, then 7 from 13. And then he started low numbers. I mean, against Spurs 4 of 9, OKC 2 of 8, which is this should be good enough to cover 8 attempts.
Mm-hmm.
Then against Wizards and Pistons, he stopped shooting it, and I think makes no sense. I mean, he was Udoka and everyone asked of him to shot 10 threes a game because that's a good profile to have as a guard. And now he goes back to 14. I agree. He got hot in the early, then he's just continued shooting. But late in the fourth, he shot 3 wide open ones. They sent doubles on Şengün inside, got kicked out. He was wide open. So he made tough ones and then missed easy ones. So overall, I think 5 for 14 is kind of realistic. If you get up, it's 4 less 10 threes, you should still be able to cover this easily with 10 threes. The thing is, somehow Clippers are not giving threes. Like they allow 15 average, right, at league average. And against the spot up, they are even below average, which is weird. So I don't know what to think of this, but I do think the 2.5 line is not great, considering he averaged 3.2 threes this season, and he averaged more than 10 attempts a game.
So over 2.5 is, if you're curious, for Jalen Green, over 2.5 threes. It's pretty widely available at minus 115 across the board.
Yeah,
some minus 120s, but minus 115 looks like the best price I can find if you're interested in playing this lean, we'll call it here, on Jalen Green threes. Next up, final game, Timberwolves and Kings. This is another rematch, isn't it? What is the schedule?
They played the first game of the season.
Anyways, Kings plus 1.5 underdogs at home to the Timberwolves. Last game here. Any thoughts from you?
Kings are out. Monk and DeRozan, I think. I think DeRozan is officially out. Let me just check. That's
I'll look. All the way at the bottom here. Yeah, DeRozan did not practice, is doubtful today.
Doubtful, yeah. He's probably not playing. Yeah. And then Malik Monk is out, which is big for them. So I think when you look at this, De'Aaron Fox is a difficult matchup against Jalen McDaniels. Keegan Murray and Kevin Huerter as the spot-up shooters against the Wolves are in difficult matchups. Domantas Sabonis is in a difficult matchup against Rudy Gobert. On the other side, Julius Randle, good matchup. Gobert, good matchup. Naz Reid and Dante DiVincenzo, good matchups. Only one in tough matchup is Anthony Edwards against Keegan Murray, and Keegan Murray will probably send doubles on him. So overall, matchup-wise, I do like this more for the Wolves. How did first game of the season went? First game of the season, Wolves won. And Wolves, yeah, I don't know. I think I lean Wolves in this one.
I agree. I would also lean Wolves in this one. I mean, the 1.5 on the road, they'd be 4.5 probably if they were at home for this game. I probably would still kind of like that as well, to be honest. I would also lean Timberwolves. I don't think I could I could bet it though.
They lost to the Portland twice, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think you can get money line on the Wolves for like -120. That's strongly.
Let's see. Yeah, you
And
can get
also,
119.
cup
So yeah,
game, Anthony Edwards, he'll go crazy.
you'd think so, but
Yeah.
not enough for me to want to bet this game. But I agree with your sentiments on it. Okay.
Interesting thing, just one more. Anthony Edwards is -1 of 10 for over 3.5 threes after going over in 10 out of 12 games.
He had
I
none
don't think
last
he's
game, which maybe
yeah,
adjusted it.
but he shot 9 still.
He did.
And against the
Yeah,
Kings, he shot 15 earlier this season. 5 from 15.
yeah.
Kings allow second most threes in the league.
Damn. We get. Am I gonna do it again on Anthony Edwards?
I don't
3.5.
know, but the numbers look great. Like this looks, he averaged almost 5 in the season. If you ignore the last game, which is back to back, he averaged more than 5. We get 3.5 against team that allows threes, and against team that he scored 5 out of 15 already this season. I don't
Yeah.
know. I think this is a good matchup for threes. I'm not making a like official bet, but I do like this one.
Okay. So there we go. That's all of the games covered. Some leans as well. 5 official picks and some extra leans. So you could be making tons of bets based on the show today. If you guys are enjoying, hit that like button. It's time to go over to the chat. We're answer some of the questions over here. Starting with Frankie Rodriguez asking Embiid under 37.5 PRA. I know we have him 20 plus for our money line bet, but is there any way if that wasn't in play, you could consider something like this?
Nope. I do think. I think he is at 37.5 is a big line. I don't see it anywhere, but I think like he's 36 and 35. On those lines, I prefer the over. 36.7 is a bit reach. I will say like that's the lowest. I think that's the highest number on the market. But widely available 36, available at 35. On 35, I will bet the over on Embiid
Okay.
points rebound.
Yeah, let's
That's
have a
like
look around.
23, 9, and 4, which is achievable, really achievable for Embiid.
It has moved to 36.5. Alan mentions that a service has taken the under there, so it has moved in the opposite direction. So I guess if you were thinking about it at the time to get it, it's probably gone. But if you're asking Pips, he didn't really like it to begin with.
Well, let's
Next up,
open Prop Madness for a second, like just to
yeah,
show you something. Like
let's see.
last season, when he played between 26 and 32 minutes, which is the range I expect him tonight, he averaged 50 points, rebounds, and assists. So I don't know why are people betting under here. Yeah, he did look awful against the Knicks. It's Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
know.
it's the health thing, I guess. He was really bad last game, so I guess you're just trying to not guess, but you're trying to estimate essentially how much better he looks in his second game back compared to his first game back.
If you take a look on against above teams above average on defense, like when we exclude terrible teams when he put great numbers, in limited minutes he still averaged 45, getting 36. I just brain of thoughts, but I don't think this is under at all.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We have the over, so we've a great thing about your opinion. You can bet it. We have the over on Embiid. Let's hopefully come through on that and Sixers money line come with it as well. Let's go to the next question here. Snoopy Wagers ask about Buddy Hield 3+3s, which is -120, and Turk Blaz, if that's how you say it, says Buddy Hield over 12.5 points. So similar handicaps. Both of what Snoopy mentioned specifically that Melton's out, Buddy Hield's role increases. Do you have anything to say about Buddy Hield's matchup today?
Let's check games when Steph played, but Melton didn't. He played 28, 29 minutes. So we could probably expect him to play those minutes again. I'll just check something quickly. Uh, Buddy Hield. Let's say he's playing 26 minutes.
He'll be starting, right? Without Melton?
I don't think so. I think Podziemski will start.
Okay, so still because he was tearing it up to start the season when he was starting, but he hasn't been since he went to the bench.
So when he's playing 20 to 28 minutes with Steph, he 27 points against Utah, 1 from 9 against the Clippers from 3, 3 from 8 Wizards, 2 from 5 Thunder, 2 from 8 Dallas. I lean over, but the Memphis are a great matchup because they allow spot up, they allow transition, and they allow threes. So yeah, I do like over.
Okay, so strong lean there. If you like Buddy Hield, good spot here potentially to take advantage of. Let's go to the Rockets here because Frankie Rodriguez asked about Tari Eason over 5.5 rebounds. You've been a big fan of him this season. Would you be willing to bet on his rebounds?
Let's take a look at last game. Like when he played 20 plus minutes, he averaged 6.8. Last game against the Clippers, he had 10 rebounds. He's a monster on the board. I'll just say that. He's insane on the board.
He's a good player. He's underrated.
He's still very young. Last season missed almost entire season with injury, but he's 23, and yeah, he is. I actually told you that I think he should be a starter on this team, but him and coming off the bench and eating everyone alive is kind of good. But I do lean over on this, especially at plus 110. I think he is certified to get 25 minutes moving forward this season. And let's look at last season when he got those minutes. Last season when he played 22 to 28 minutes, averaged 8.8 rebounds. Yeah, it looks good to bet over. I won't bet over on rebounds on the wings. I had last show I had on the center, but I won't bet on wings. But it does look good. Have in mind that now you have like Amen also battling for rebounds. I don't know if Adams is playing. I'll quickly check just to see. Adams is questionable. If Adams is playing, and second unit has Adams, Tari Eason, and Amen, there is too much mouths to feed on the boards. But overall, at plus money, I do like the over.
Two more here, and then we'll wrap it up for the week. Justin asked about Tyler Hero. Don't worry, chat. It is an under. Tyler Hero under 25.5 points at minus 125.
That's a bit high of a line. You can see that it's 23.5 on the FanDuel, but the matchup can't be any better. Pacers, as always, we can see
24.5 the line now. Granted, this was posted 7 minutes ago, maybe 2. It's 24.5 now.
Yeah, I just can't bet the under on a dominant ball handler against the Pacers, even though it's Tyler Hero. He always goes the other way around, but we can see that he was posting these numbers against Kings, Suns, Denver, Wolves, and 40 in the last game against the Pistons. Yeah, rough to fade a guy against the most favorable matchup out of any this season, especially against Butler. We can see that his numbers are when he's playing 30 plus minutes, he's actually over this 24 plus in 6 straight. No go for me.
And final question that we'll get to today. Ships asked about LeBron over 4.5 first quarter points at minus 115, excuse me.
I didn't check that one out for sure, but I'll do now on the spot. I'll do it on the spot. I have market for this.
Oh, you do? Okay, I was going to see if you had it.
Yeah, we have. We just added. That's why like this
Wow.
week we added quick first quarter.
Look at that.
Somehow he is not scoring in the first quarters, but he did do
17
play 9 minutes in
points.
the first quarters. So nowhere near close to like he under this line in 7 out of the 11. I do will want to check last season. Last season when he was playing 8 to 10 minutes in the first quarter, also not covering this. Okay, he did cover it early in the season,
Yeah.
but not. And just a second to see something. He did cover it in all three in-season tournaments.
Okay.
So there is that. So yeah, overall, no opinions on this.
Fournette's pretty
This is
sharp,
like,
it looks like.
yeah, but especially on -136, not even thinking about it. But fun bet for sure.
Minus
In-season
115.
tournaments. Yeah, okay. I
So
mean,
if you want to sweat, it's not there's worse. There's a lot worse
yeah,
to take.
it's okay. It's okay. He did cover it in the in-season tournaments or in all 3 games last season. So maybe that's the thing. So I don't know.
All right, that'll do it for the show today. We've gone quite a while here, but it was loaded with content. If you did enjoy, please make sure you have hit the like button on the stream. Also, please make sure you're subscribed to the Board YouTube channel presented by FanDuel for NBA content every weekday morning, as long as there are NBA games to talk about. Loaded show, plenty of leans that you can consider betting as well, but 5 official picks on the show. A rare one, but let's hope to cash in big time for Friday night. We started off in the Pistons game against the Raptors. Raptors at home. Pips wants Barrett, 20-plus points. Grady Dick, 15-plus points. But Pistons money line. A little inverse correlation at plus 281 odds at FanDuel. We have in the next bet in the Sixers-Orlando game, we have Joel Embiid, 20-plus points. And the 76ers money line correlated parlay this time for plus 170 odds at FanDuel. Me and Pips both agree it was a weird spread with the Sixers as underdogs in that one. Next up, in the Memphis and Golden State game, Gary Payton II, under 9.5 PRA. Minus 125 was available, but minus 135 or better is fine to take. Shop around in your region to see where the best price lies. Then, in the Washington-Atlanta game, 3-leg parlay here. Jalen Johnson, 15-plus points and 6-plus rebounds. Trae Young, 10-plus assists. We played that minus 119 at FanDuel. However, feel free to add on maybe a Dyson Daniels 2-plus steals to spice it up a little bit, perhaps a little bit of a half unit on each. Whatever you like to play, Dyson Daniels adding on if you want to get a different price is something that we could advocate for as well, but the official play will stand as the 3-leg at minus 119. Finally, in the Lakers-Spurs game, NBA Cup action, Chris Paul, 8-plus assists, Victor Wembanyama, 20-plus points. That was minus 113 at FanDuel. Absolutely loaded episode. Thank you guys so much for another great week on the show. Shout out as well, Tim in chat saying content is great. Let's go. Appreciate it. We'll try to keep crushing with the content, and hopefully these picks can crush and we can enjoy our weekends here. We'll be back on Monday to recap it all, maybe talk a little bit about Jake Paul, Mike Tyson results. Who knows? We'll have some fun. Don't miss out. We'll see you next time.